So, my name is Chloe. I am 16.
My name is Reese. I'm also 16. And I haven't lived in Rhyl for too long, but I have just recently moved.
How do you find living in Rhyl?
So there can be quite a lot of pros and cons.
What are the main pros and cons that you've noticed?
So the main pros and cons, I think, are mainly more for younger people. Because obviously youth centres aren't open during the summer.
Yeah.
Which is what I think needs to happen with
Yeah.
Rhyl. We need a little area where young people can go.
Yeah, at kind of all times.
Yeah.
Would you say? Yeah, I agree.
Because obviously with Rhyl, there is obviously, sometimes where something might happen and then they'll automatically indicate to the younger people.
Yeah.
For antisocial behaviour, which I also think that's another reason why we need it.
What's been the best part about living in Rhyl, apart from the youth centres?
Apart from the youth centres, I think the main one where it's a mix of everyone is probably the beach.
Yeah.
So, obviously, when it's sunnier, more tourists come in.
Yeah.
And obviously on the Rhyl seafront, there is the arcades, which is obviously great for the tourists.
Yeah.
But then not great for the youth, more youth, because it's mainly more organised down to like the younger children.
Yeah. And also with arcades and stuff, it's mainly tailored towards young adults as well. So it'd be nice, wouldn't you say, to have a bit of a space where it could be adults, but also have a separate area for the kids or for younger adults like us, would you say?
Yeah.
What are some of the cons?
So obviously, the main cons is like I keep on saying, the younger people don't have that space to go to.
Yeah.
Which I think, yes, sometimes it is antisocial behaviour with the younger people. But I do generally think that the antisocial behaviour would decrease if there was that area.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because if we're looking from a pro's point of view, obviously, with youth people who do suffer with their mental health.
Yeah.
We've got this hospital called the Royal Alex, which obviously they've got a CAMS department there. They've also got a new A2A building, which is for younger people.
Yeah.
But the only issue is it is with the Monday to Friday.
Yeah. Would you like there to be some kind of 24/7 actual meet-up place or some kind of, call line, like a mobile number or somewhere digital that you can contact?
I think that would be beneficial.
Yeah.
Because we do need... Because I think as well, mainly the youths will go out mainly during the night time.
Yeah.
Which is why I think we need to have one where it's preferably open later at night.
Yeah.
And let's say, we are getting 16, 17s coming in. I think as well it would be good for them facilities to have something so those youth and younger people can build up their independence.
Yeah. So in terms of in regards to youth centres and any kind of support groups, what particular things do you think need to be more spoken about? During the sessions, at the Rhyl Youth Centre, what topics do you think should be spoken about more and bring more awareness to?
With the topics to obviously, speak about.
Yeah.
I think it's just mainly, get an idea first on, what has the YP done during the night. Not necessarily that in a way, but somewhere where they're having a general conversation on what they do on a day-to-day life. And
you feel like it's an open space to be able to do that and not feel judged or criticised.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think having that kind of open and non-judgmental space is really good. Because if you feel like, I don't think I can talk about this, it doesn't feel great. No matter where you are, it doesn't mean particularly real, it just means in general.
Yeah. And obviously, to have that space where they can talk and not feel judged or anything.
Yeah.
Some people might not only be seeing their, so let's say, they're having a hard time at home and they do see a regular psychologist. Sometimes people only have it once a week.
Yeah.
But I feel like we need that space so people can express that a little bit more in a safer place.
Yeah. What do you think can be done to reduce antisocial behaviour aside from youth groups? Because you've talked about that being a con within Rhyl. What do you think could be done to kind of stop that?
I think, obviously, having that area, which isn't run in the... Basically a bit like the youth centres.
Yeah.
But obviously it's more out of hours, if we say, so it's from like 5 till 9 in the evening. I feel like that could be very beneficial for not only the young people as such, but maybe for...
young adults.
Yeah.
Not necessarily people who are legally adults, but maybe people, say, from 18 to 25 or however. Yeah. So no matter how old they are, they always have that. What do you feel like is the biggest issue Ryl's facing at the minute?
I think the biggest issue, especially for the youths, is Rhyl at the minute everywhere seems to be closing down.
Yeah.
Everything's just getting run down after run down after run down, which again I don't think is helping either, because there isn't those activities to go and do what they want to do. Because majority of them have shut down, or they're changing, or it's something that doesn't interest that youth.
Yeah. What would you say could be done then about that?
I reckon that not only the area for the young people to go, but potentially maybe to see more places open in Rhyl for the youth people. So instead of going to the youth, the little area that they feel safe in, they could be more activities that they enjoy.
Yeah.
So I feel like we have more of a wider range of activities in Rhyl.
Yeah.
Obviously for the people in the ages.
Yeah.
Then I think that would also help the youth quite a lot.
Yeah, because it make them feel seen and things. What are some of the pros you think of, like the high streets and the markets and things? So,
obviously, like I said, some of the pros is, the seafront. At the minute, there is a new Queen's Market open.
Yes. Have you been there? Because I've not.
I have, yeah. And it's only food, so it's like, but with like youths who do have anxiety, there is loads of people in there, because there is loads of food spaces.
It's like a shopping mall or something.
Yeah, it's a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
So, pros is obviously the new Queen's Market. I think also the cinema. That's reopening, I believe.
Yes, I think it's already been opened. I can't exactly remember.
Yeah, so it was owned by somebody else, but then they've took over, so hopefully some of young people can see that as, okay, we can now stay in a local area but still go watch a film.
Yeah.
And have that, because in the cinemas it is obviously, quiet.
Yeah.
Nobody's on their phones, nobody's doing anything, they're just out there watching the film.
Yeah.
I think small pros are that, there is obviously food places and stuff to go to. But on the high street, some of the food places that do have those youths going in, because believe it or not, sometimes I have seen saying where, certain ages can't be in after 5 o'clock in a food shop.
Yeah.
Which obviously was quite a long time ago, but I just don't see how that's going to help that young person seeing it as, if I want to go and get food and try and make that independence, how can I do it?
Yeah. Which
is why I don't think now young people don't really have that much independence that they need. Yeah.
So what do you think could be done then to kind of improve that situation?
Yeah, so to improve the situation, obviously, like I said, I think we do need to start looking at things that we can do as young people.
Yeah.
And potentially, speak to people that we know and who can sort that stuff out.
Yeah.
I just think that there obviously just needs to be more for the younger.
Like more kind of facilities.
Yeah.
For not only just young people, but also people in general who are struggling.
Yeah.
What other facilities would you like the Rhyl High Street or just Rhyl in general to have?
So, I think there should obviously, it should be in the night time and on the weekends. Because obviously, at the weekends, not many as people as what they rely on are working. So, like I said, also having those facilities where, they could have that thing of like, let's say, I don't know, a little kitchen, and they bring their own food or they cook. That is them bringing up their independence and thinking, right, okay, so I can start cooking at home and everything else. But I think as well with the facilities that we need, I feel like it needs to be set times, or set numbers.
Yeah.
So, for instance, they can say, we've got 7 people coming on this night, we've got 10 on this night.
Yeah.
Just try and keep the numbers small. So then, obviously, build it up gradually, and have obviously split it between younger and then adults, 18 to 25, let's say.
Yeah.
But I feel like as well it needs to be various days as well. So we could obviously have it on during the week.
Yeah.
Where let's say Monday we've got 15 to 17.
Like people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously Wednesday 18 to 25.
Yeah.
And then them open on the weekend. And do the same. So say Saturday we've got this amount of people coming in. Their ages are from this age to this age. And then same throughout Sunday. And then just keep that going during the week as well.
So would you say there'll be any cons in doing that? Because with some youth centres, like the Rhyl Youth Centre, they don't run during the holidays and the summer break and things. Would you say there'll be any kind of problem in running a youth centre all throughout the year, basically?
If obviously the youth centres aren't able to do that, then this is where the facility would come in.
Yeah.
So it is from...
Or a call line or something.
Yeah. Even if it's like you say a call line, just someone that they know that they can either call or go to.
Yeah.
During those summer holidays.
Yeah.
Because with it being warmer and youths are going out more, and if something happens, most of the time they will turn around and point the stick at the younger people. Which, again, this is why stuff needs to change in Rhyl for the youths. Because at the minute, obviously, there isn't much to do in Rhyl anymore. So it's like if I need to go do an activity, I need to go out of Rhyl.
Yeah.
To go and do those activities because Rhyl isn't holding it. So it's like, let's say, for instance, I go play pool. I have to go and play Statin. Because they've got a little area. So the pool tables are separate to where the bar is and everything else, and the bowling alley. But whereas if I wanted to go have a game in Rhyl, I'd most likely have to go to a pub.
Or an arcade.
Yeah. Which is just going to be filled with loads of people. And obviously, if it's in a pub/restaurant, there can be drunk people in there.
Yes, and that will potentially cause antisocial behaviour and maybe draw you out of that pub or out of that building.
Yes.
Would you say a lot of people struggle with drugs and alcohol in that area due to the fact that there's a lack of facilities?
Yes. Yeah. Because it's like, if I was to go in, play, pool, for instance, and I go into a pub or a restaurant, and let's say, for instance, I see a man who's obviously, drunk, that could then potentially influence not only me, but other youths to say, right, okay, so it's right for us to go out to the pub, have a few drinks, get drunk, and then nothing will happen.
Yeah.
But then, obviously, if something was to happen, the youths would get blamed for it and not the adults, which I see. Whereas, the youth just need that area where it's away from drunken people and everything else.
And it's space for them.
Yeah.
So, when do you think these changes should be put in place? Do you see some of the things you speak about, like the facilities and the specific spaces? It seems like this could be potentially years in the future. When would you like to see these changes?
Hopefully as soon as possible.
Yeah.
But then if not, a few years, yes. Because I feel like now as well, let's say, in years to come, people come our age, they've already got that facilities to go to.
Yeah. Yeah, I see a lot of young people, not just in Rhyl, but also outside of Rhyl as well, and they turn to, like drinks, and they act like that's normal. And it's like, no.
No, it's not.
So if there was a facility that could kind of steer them away from that, that would obviously be amazing.
Yeah.
What would you say to the young people who are tempted on going down that route with like antisocial behaviour?
I don't know if there's any words that I could advise, to be honest, because obviously, they will be seeing it. But it's not only Rhyl that needs these facilities, like I said, everywhere else does need them.
Yeah.
Because at the minute, everywhere currently is lacking those spaces for those young people. So I think no matter on what words or how much you can tell a young person not to say that,
yeah,
it's just going to be hard for them because
you don't know their situation.
Yeah, or they could be going out for a meal and they see a bunch of drunk people. They might be thinking, oh yeah, that's cool, I want to do that. And then they go down that route. So I think, to be honest, nobody could really advise. I think that's only for like the parents to do to their kids. But from another point of view, I'm not too sure, to be honest.
Yeah, there is quite a few things you could potentially say. What kind of... So aside from mental health spaces, would you just want to see like more shops being open and more cafes being open?
Just somewhere where, because there is obviously loads of places now.
Yeah.
Not only in Rhyl, but outside of Rhyl. That have places shutting down. So I think as well, we need more places, not only just food shops, but like you said, just stuff in general opening everywhere. Just so then not only the youth, but more people will be more active and less likely to turn to those antisocial behaviours. Yeah.
Would you say if those facilities were around, you would stay in Rhyl longer, do you think?
Yeah. So, I think, obviously, when there's more stuff to do, it's less crowded.
Yeah.
You're seeing less drunken people because all of the younger people would be out doing those activities.
Mm.
So it's not only the facilities that we need, it's also more shops and everything else. That is then spreading around the population of the people. Yeah. So if a young person is walking in the streets and they don't see a drunk person, then they won't think that because they won't really see it as much as what they used to.
It'd be a change of environment for them. What would be, if you could say something to maybe the government or something about the facilities, what kind of things would you say?
So, to obviously get the ball rolling, I will, if I could, I would. I feel like just YPs need that more support, not only from CAMS, youth services, adult mental health services. Yeah. We just need those facilities.
Okay. I think this is a good place to end the conversation now.
Yes.
It'll be interesting to see what the next episode brings.
Yes, it will be. Thank you.
Thank you.